Start making our food out of people. Next thing they'll be breeding us like cattle for food. You gotta tell them. You gotta tell them.
Promise, Tiger, I promise. I'll tell the exchange.
You tell everybody. Listen to me, Hatcher. You gotta tell them Silent Breed is people! We gotta stop them! Stop them!
Look, when I was in the trap house, there was some white powder right there. I thought it was cocaine. I took some of it. It wasn't cocaine. I started laughing. You break some, I shoot a nigga. Now we here. We eat this chicken. We all laughing. It's in
beef a lot of us buy at the supermarket. Is it what we think it is, or is it padded with a filler the whistleblower calls pink slime? ABC's senior national correspondent Jim Avila set out to get answers.
Gerald Zernstein grinds his own hamburger these days. Why? Because this former USDA scientist, now whistleblower, knows that 70% of the ground beef we buy at the supermarket contains something he calls pink slime. Beef trimmings that were once used only in dog food and cooking oil, now sprayed with ammonia to make them safe to eat, and then added to most ground beef as a cheaper filler. It was Zernstein who in a USDA memo first coined the term pink slime, and is now coming forward to say he won't buy it.
It's economic fraud. It's not fresh ground beef. It's a substitute. It's a cheap substitute being added in.
Zernstein and his fellow USDA
into the grinder and adding the ground chicken breast meat to the blender with some seasonings and some chicken skin.
That's pretty much it. Ground up breast meat.
Here's the pink goo image, and here's what we have. So it's very different.
Yeah, beige goo. Just kidding. Two independent.
Now they told y'all that the G5 towers was really so you could have faster internet speed, but it's really so they could have faster control and compliance from you. Alright? Now look, the 5G, the G5 towers go hand in hand with the nanobyte technology in your cell phone. The nanobyte technology is inside your food, aka whenever you call anything smart food, right? And it's also in anything called smartphones, right? Why? Anything got to be called smart. It's really dumb, and it's dumbing you down. This world is really like opposite world. Nah. Anything that dies, it starts to oxidize, right? And when it starts to oxidize, that means it starts to lose its color. It starts to lose its life force essence. So it starts to turn gray. You understand? It's no longer vibrant or vigorous. No different from, y'all remember that quote, right? It says you catch what you kill, you eat what you kill. Whatever you kill, you eat. You know what I'm saying? Or they say if you don't work, you don't eat. They literally didn't mean you going to a 9 to 5 and you go and get this monopoly fake ass money that they print. They don't work for, but they keep you in the perpetual loop. They keep you docile and sleep to what's really going on. So you keep your head down, right? So they don't mean that. What they mean by if you go hunt something or you go trap it, you eat it. You eating live animals, fresh animals, animals that's eating the things they deserve to eat, the righteous things that they deserve to eat out the ecosystem. Not these animals that's in the United Snakes that's being fed more chemicals, and then they utilize chemicals to break down their bodies and process it and then they utilize let me get it right. They're using these amino acids. They're using pneumonia. There you go, pneumonia. You're not supposed to be eating pneumonia, bro. Pneumonia is the same shit that's in your air conditions. I used to go to school for HVAC, funeral service. I did go to school for funeral service, but I went to school for HVAC, solar panels, and electricity, right? So they got nitrogen, and they also got the pneumonia that's in some of those air conditioned units that's pumping inside you as you sleep. So you being fed poison to feel like you being cool from the AC. You're also being fed poison through your food. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why a majority of these foods are addictive to you, because you are a cannibal and you don't even know it. You're eating dead humans, you're eating dead feces, and you're eating mixed chemicals, preservatives, insect. You're eating pesticides. You're eating all type of different things, man. And even when it comes to like the hair grease, anything that's already packaged and processed, they already got the chemical in it to keep you docile, to keep your third eye and your pineal gland and your first eye and the other important glands they would never explain to you. See, the pineal gland ain't even that's just 0.1% of one of the vital glands inside your body they'll never tell you about. You got glands all throughout your body, right? But they make sure they put these smart chemicals in these smart foods, and they make sure that they keep you docile, and they calcify your pineal gland and all the other glands, because you are eating aluminum, boron, you're eating all different type of heavy metals that are foreign to your body, that your body do not need to be processing. And sometimes your body don't know how to process it. You understand what I'm saying? Because these things was never meant to go inside your body. Now, whenever something die, you understand what I'm saying? It's supposed to start to turn gray, right? For example, when old people start to get older, well, when they mature more, do their hair start to not turn gray? Right. So it's no difference from the food. It starts to turn gray. So they got something called the pink slime, where they dab and they slab the meat in it that came through a meat grinder. I don't care if it's hot dogs, I don't care if it's chicken, I don't care if it's beef. It's all fake, it's all processed, it's all getting shot up. And majority of the chickens that y'all do eat at the supermarkets or whatever grocery store you go to, it's getting shot up. The grocery store did not catch that chicken and slaughter his ass and pluck his ass and then package his ass. No, these things are being brought from the U.S. food trucks, frozen with preservatives and other chemicals to keep it looking fresh. But in actuality, if you open up your first eye, you will see the shit is dead, bro. I remember I was in Tucson, Arizona, bro. And I wasn't eating, I was fasting like a motherfucker. And one day, because I normally go in the 99-cent store to go get my fruit and shit, right? They even do it to the fruit too. But it's really the meat and shit, because they know motherfuckers don't give a fuck about fruit. They want that meat, you hear me? So I walked into the 99-cent store, and I've been fasting, so it's like all the chemicals that they even explained and showed you on their clone Tyrone, that keep you docile and keep you all happy, and that's abusing your natural homeostasis level and playing on your emotions and keep you in a docile state. So I walked into the 99-cent store. I was in Tucson, Arizona. This was about 2 years ago. Because for some strange reason, they always gave me a hard time. They tried to claim I was stealing. They never wanted me in the store because they know that I wasn't docile. They know that I didn't have my pineal gland calcified. They could tell that you could see the light exuberating from my eyes. You could see the reddish hue in my body. So you can see how much life I got. And the more you eat clean and pure, that's the more your first eye is healthy. But the more you eat nasty and shit, and you waking up with buku cat shit and cat poo in the corner of your eyes, or you won't call the Sandman came and saw your ass last night, that's mucus that's in your body. Unhealthy mucus, right? So to the point, man, I walked into the grocery store, and my first eye just beamed open like a motherfucker. Because I remember yesterday, the fruits looked at all fresh and good and wooty-woo. But the more and more, but I didn't get nothing the day before neither. I just walked in there and I looked at the prices because I was just price shopping, right? So the next day, I went to the 99-cent store and I noticed some of the same fruit was still there. Because I could tell by the packaging and the numbers and the stamps on the dates and shit. I'm just paying attention to all of this shit, man. So I walked into the 99-cent store. I walked into the aisle with all the fruit and shit. Man, the fruit looked at like it was rotten, bro. Like it was sitting for 12 months, but for somehow like for example, bro, I'm gonna make this shit simple and plain. You know how you could get a fresh paint, you can get a fresh can of paint, right? And it could be an old looking ass house. But if you put a fresh can of paint and you paint the house, it'll make the house look like it's brand new on some shit. To a certain degree, those who got the eyes to see, who pay attention to details, right? It will make the house look like it may be like 20, 30 years younger. You know what I'm saying? Like no difference from niggas that be getting these little glued on wigs on their head. Niggas be getting that black shit sprayed on they lining or that white chalk when they go get a lining. But take away all of those fucking synthetic ass aesthetics, you gonna see it for what it is, man. This world it's like a ugly bitch wearing makeup. This bitch ugly as a motherfucker. But if she ain't had that makeup, you will definitely see how ugly this bitch is. That's how this world is ran. It's a makeup ass world. To make shit, make it up, to make it look good, to make it up for you. But if they ain't had all these chemicals, all of these makeup ass methods and metaphors for the food and for females' faces, you will see shit how it is. And that's how this world is, man. They don't want you to see shit for how it is. Like I be like, man, I ain't even. I'm a great looking person, but I ain't even. You know what I'm saying? You know, like shit. I ain't hiding nothing about myself. I ain't perfect, but I ain't putting makeup on and shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't catfishing. That's what the stores is doing you. They catfishing your ass. And they keeping you sleeping docile. You understand? And then you wondering why they had the Popeye's chicken sandwich and everybody was going crazy for it. You wondering why, bro, the lines in the fast foods be fucking packed. But I'm gonna say this, man. The junk food, the fast food, the processed food, even the canned goods, they all got that chemical in it, bro. The best you could do is eat fresh as possible. To each his own, man. But if you want to stay asleep and you don't want to see what's really going on, that's on you. The sun is not yellow. The sun is not white. The real sun is black. Alright? Simple and plain. I seen the bitch multiple times. Because I fast all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I choose to fast. And sometimes my financial situation said, motherfucker, you gonna fast. And at the end of the day, it's all God's plan for me to see things for what it is. Like for example, you think all these plants right here, they just growing because they taking the water and it's raining every day? No, nigga. They got irrigation systems set around this whole country, your whole city, your whole state, feeding these things fertilizer. Like all of these here, over here. You may not be able to see it, but I could probably find one. They got irrigation systems. This is not real grass. That is called sod. I used to work at hella different garden spots, different nurseries, plant nurseries. And the dudes used to always have me load up the side, the patches of grass. One, so that it could cover the weeds, aka the weeds are really not weeds. They are really medicinal plants like the dandelions and stuff like that. But they don't want you to know that, right? But yeah, man, to each his own. Do your research. Wake up! That's all I can tell you, man. And it's like, all this shit is ran by Masons and Freemasons, man. You really is in a big ass controlled snow globe, literally. And there's a way to get out of it. But the more and more you chase the cheese, you'll never leave the maze. Oasis, like, share, comment, subscribe. Any assistance, any donations, contributions, any private consultations, any topics you want me to dissect, any questions you want me to answer, you can email me at 781THEVBYZ80B@gmail.com. I got the Cash App, $781THEVBYZ, $781THEVBYZ. And I highly appreciate, love that, and respect that, because the way my life set up, bro, the Masons and the Freemasons, you know, I know you can say whatever you want, but they are out to kill me. And if they was ever granted the chance, they would make it seem as if it was an incident, because people want to say I'm a whistleblower, you know what I'm saying, or motherfuckers want to say I'm a snitch or whatever. But the truth is the truth. And if you ain't tired of living in this bullshit ass world, that's on you. You just an unwitting collaborator. But me, I see this shit for what it is, not what I wanted to see it as. I used to want to think this shit was just La La World, but it's Candyland. And one thing about Candyland is, bitch, it's cavities. And let me break down one word. They call consumers. If you break down the word, they say, yeah, we got a lot of consumers. That means we got a lot of people that we are conning, that assuming what they are participating in is what they think it really is. Consumer. We got a consumer. A consumer. You understand what I'm saying? We have a conversation. They're conning you with verses with different sensations. You understand what I'm saying? This language not even what the fuck you think it is. This language is some other shit. They constantly cast spell among spell. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. All of these words go in and out each other, but you really got to read between the lines and the different intentions. But y'all just pay attention to the clips that I played and displayed previously, and I'm about to go ahead and get back to downloading, researching, uploading, and I'm about to go to my spot soon and go rest, because I really been sleep deprived. You did, because they've been making all of these noises and shit. If you ever know anything about gang stalking, we'll get on that as well. But to the next ep, y'all support me, y'all assist me. It's a two-way street. And for those who ain't even trying to do neither or even leave a like, I already know you're a Mason, you're a Freemason, and you the motherfucker that's trying to take me down, take me out. But it ain't no stopping this bitch. It's gravy train. It's dog food. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Y'all take this into consideration and plant y'all some seeds. I don't care if you're homeless. I don't care if you got a nice home. Plant you some seeds. You can always have a backpack where you can stick your bottle in the side of it. With that being said, I'm sliding out, y'all.
This right here is what's known as an ingredients label. It's legally required to be printed on the packaging of food items. And if you happen to be one of those people who stands in the aisles of the supermarket looking for the names of ingredients that you can't pronounce and therefore you don't want to ingest into your body, well, then you've most likely come across the names of several ingredients that, perhaps unbeknownst to you, are actually made using nanotechnology. Specifically, they're made through a process which converts things like silver, copper, gold, aluminum, silicon, carbon, as well as different metal oxides into tiny, tiny, tiny atom-sized particles that are quite literally 1 billionth of a meter in size. If you want a visual for how small that is, up on screen is a graph from the National Center for Electron Microscopy, and it shows you how a strand of DNA, which is about 2 nanometers in diameter, is about 1,000 times smaller than a bacteria organism and about 1,000,000 times smaller than a raindrop. So that is to say these nanoparticles in our food are very, very small. Now, some of the more common